Hey guys, so Cricut Craft Room has decided to close, and it's a bummer because I loved Cricut Craft Room. I guess all good things must come to an end. So I got a Cricut Explore Air 2 for Christmas, and for the past few months I have been playing around in Design Space. I've made some really simple projects and I've been trying to get a feel for it. I've watched a lot of YouTube videos and they have been really helpful. But sometimes I get overwhelmed because I still feel so new and they seem so knowledgeable. So for the most part, I've kind of forged my own path. And that's the idea of this video. I kind of got the idea of making a video like learn Cricut Design Space with me. So I'm not an expert. I am very much a beginner and I'm still learning myself. There are probably a lot of things that I am doing wrong, or making them a lot more difficult than they could be. But that's the whole point, right? I've always enjoyed showing off projects and showing off little tips and tricks that I've found out and figured out and I've learned along the way, so that's what I'm going to do here. I'm thinking of making a design that says, "Kiss my sweet country sass." And I'm thinking of putting that on a t-shirt or a hoodie or something fun. So I thought I would record myself doing that. So here we go. Alright, so Kiss My Country Sass. I have already played around with some fonts and have a good idea of what fonts I want to use, because otherwise we would be here for 20 years. One thing I like about Design Space is if you see a font on a website like defont.com, and you want to cut out that font, you can install it on your computer and then it will be on Cricut Design Space. That's one thing I love. I was able to find Disney font, children font, lots of different handwriting fonts, which I love. So that's what I really like about Design Space. So I like cracked for this. And so I'm going to type it in. Kiss my, and I'm going to scoot it up here. You can enlarge just like Craft Room. One thing that I have not been able to figure out yet is if you can skew. I imagine you can, but I haven't figured it out yet. If you have, leave a comment and tell me how to do it. You can take this lock and unlock it and make your words taller and skinnier or larger. I'm going to hit undo though to make it all, and I'm going to curve mine a bit, and I might change this as we go on, but for now I'm going to curve it just a tad. So kiss my, and next I want a very pretty scripty font, and there are a couple that I played around with. I'm going to test this one out. I really liked this one, but we'll see how it works. One thing, you can squeeze your letters together by hitting letter space up here. And you can make them bigger or smaller, but I don't think this is bold enough for what I want. So I'm going to get rid of it. I just hit the delete, and I'm going to go back to text, and I'm going to do, I really like Cookie. That is one of my favorite fonts. The one thing that I like but I don't like is I like the S, the large S. I don't like the lowercase s. Here, I'll add it on here. I just don't like that. So what I'm going to do is I am going to highlight all this and I am going to ungroup. But then I'm going to group the W-E-E-T, and I am going to scoot this guy all the way up. So I'm going to hit the position up here. You can kind of see it. Oops, and I'm going the wrong way. And I'm going to make it go up. So it's kind of lined up with the other. And I'm going to do that. So it's about the same size. And then I'm going to highlight, and I am going to group it all together. And then I'm going to make it a tad bit smaller. Do you know of an easier way to do that? I have not figured one out yet. I kind of like that, but that's really off-center, so we'll see. And then I am going to... I thought I had welded, but I didn't, I guess. I'm going to weld that together. And then there's the word sweet all in one cut again. Then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to go back to my text. And I'm going to do country. And I'm going to go back to that cracked font. And I'm going to curve it slightly in the opposite direction. And then I am going to add in this sass and make it larger. I'm going to see if it's about the same size. It's just a tad bit bigger, but that's okay. I'm going to bring it down, and I'm also going to curve it. And one thing I might do is unlock it and make it stretch out a bit. And I'm going to highlight it all here. And I'm going to size it down just a tad so I can make sure that it's all even. Oops. As you can see, I forgot to unlock it. Or lock it. See? And I am going to make it just a tad bit smaller so I can see it a little bit better. And even it out. And one thing I might do is change the color of the word sweet to, say, like a pink. And I might make Kiss My just a bit larger. And there we go. So it's not perfect yet. I'm going to play around a bit more, but I'm going to pretend as if I'm going to cut it. So I'm going to highlight all my black layers here, and I'm going to weld them. And this way they'll all cut out in one big piece of vinyl. You won't have several different pieces of vinyl that you need to iron down. It'll all be one big piece. So I'm going to hit make it. You always, if you're going to put this on a t-shirt or you're going to use iron-on transfer, you're always going to want a mirror. So then you hit continue. Your Cricut should be plugged in and ready to go. And then you're ready to cut. So yeah. Here are just some pictures as the project was being made and after it was finished. And I just want to thank you guys for watching. And happy crafting. Bye.